This is Simple Living with Biata. I have the goal to become more and more self-sufficient, so I'm building my dream home and homestead from scratch. This is the framing series. We have all of our exterior walls up, most of our interior walls up, and now I have to finish the rest of the interior walls. I'm starting on this side of the house because last week I couldn't get the remainder of the load-bearing walls up because of the hump in the concrete. That still needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna start working on some interior walls. So this next wall is going to be relatively simple to frame. It's 2x4 lumber. There's no windows in it. The only thing is that there's 3 sets of pipes, vents, drains coming through the wall. But I'm excited to mark out a relatively easy wall and to see like a full room closed in. This is gonna be really exciting. These are those like little annoying things that you don't think about. So my pipe is exactly where a stud lands. And I tried measuring it from the other side, and then the other 2 pipes are exactly where the studs are going to be. So to not have to add extra pieces of wood to this, I'm just going to shift all of my studs down. It's kind of going to be random, but it'll work.
It's not going to start on 16 inches on center. It's going to be like 11 inches and then 16 inches on center for the rest of the wall. A bit random, but it will work.
Okay, the line is drawn out, and now I'm gonna have to cut out where the pipes are going in the base plate. So I'm gonna mark those out. I do have like a few issues with these pipes. It's okay, it's something that I can work around, but I'm just gonna need a second person here to help me lift this wall because we kind of have to like lift it over the pipes, and here, I'll show you why. So this pipe is close to this line, so I'm gonna be cutting out this side of the wood, whereas this pipe is closer to the back side of the wood on this side. So I'm gonna have to cut out this side of the wood, and same with that one over there. So it'll be a little bit funky to put in, but it'll work. And that's what happens when you're not perfectly accurate when it comes to your plumbing. And it's really hard because all of your plumbing is underground, and I had to do it before my form boards were up because the gravel had to be in first before the form boards were up. But at least they're in the correct spot enough that it's still gonna be within the vicinity of the base plate. So that's good. Okay, everything is drawn out. I'm ready to frame this wall together, and as I use the power tools for this wall, I'm gonna show you how it works on a new power station that Blue Eddy sent me, the AC 180. If you didn't know, my sponsorships allow me to make a living and provide free content to you. Because power stations are a lot more extensive, I want to actually show you how they work with the tools that I have, not just tell you about it. I've shown you how my AC 200 and my AC 300 work on my power tools, and I wanted to try something a little bit smaller to show you how you can use it with your power tools, but also how you can use it while you go camping or as an off-grid solution at home. This is actually great. It's super light, and I feel like it'll be nice and easy to take with us. Whereas my AC 300, that's gonna be more of a permanent solution in our house. It's cool to note that this has an eco mode. I'm turning it off for the duration of the use with the tools, but it's nice that I can turn it back on when I'm not using such like heavy powered tools. First things first, we're using the jigsaw to cut out the wood for the pipes. The jigsaw worked great. I'm gonna try it with the circle saw now. All right, that worked great too. It reached the max of the 1800 watts, which is incredible for most power tools, especially for how little and light it is. Okay, the base plate is marked out. All of the pipes have been cut out. The 1800 watt surge worked great, and it also has a 1152 watt hour capacity. Next up, I gotta start nailing this together. I'm gonna plug in the air compressor, and I think the air compressor pulls about 1600 watts.
You can use the AC 180 for multiple uses. You can charge your laptop up to 13 to 15 charges, your phone up to 62 charges. You can have a light going for 93 hours and a coffee maker for 56 minutes.
The wall is officially straightened up and put together. Okay, I've decided I don't think this is gonna be too heavy. I'm gonna try lifting it into place. The only thing I need to do first is cut down the toilet pipe, just because it's gonna be in the way of me trying to like configure the wall. So it's time to use the Sawzall on the Bluetti, and then we're gonna lift the wall. So that's 4 different tools on the AC 180. They worked really well. I'm really excited to have something that's a little bit more portable that I can bring around, go camping with, and still build my home with. So if you're looking for a quiet, gas-free, and cost-effective power solution to power your home off-grid, to build your home off-grid, to go camping with, and more, look no further. Check out Bluetti, linked in my description and in the pinned comment below. And thank you so much to Bluetti for sponsoring this week's video. Let's get back to this wall. It's time to stand it up. All right, here we go. What do I need?
Before I actually nail the wall, I'm putting blocking in place to hold the wall in place. But first, I need to check that my top plates align, and then I can nail it all together.
All right, this wall is done, and I have to go pick up my daughter from day camp, so I'll see you tomorrow. Your antlers are coming in. Hello. I think this next wall is one of the easiest walls I get to put up. It only has one thing that makes it tricky, which is just cutting out the spot for the vent. And then the rest are just regular studs. No headers, no doorways, nothing.
Originally, I thought you couldn't put a 2-inch ABS pipe through a 2x4 wall, but I called my building inspector and he said you can, as long as it's just going through the bottom and top plates and not through a stud. This only applies to non-load bearing walls, and you have to put a metal plate on it.
It's so hot out, I'm literally dripping right now. This is crazy. This is not what like Canada is normally like in the spring because of all the wildfires. We're having extremely hot weather. Oh, I don't know how you guys do it near the equator. But hey, you don't have winter, so you get used to it more than us. All right, I'm ready to put up this next wall. I'm gonna make my life more simple this time and put up blocking so that my wall can't like fall over the other way, because last time was kind of sketchy. Time to get the top plates matching up, and then I can nail this wall in. And the best way to do this, I'm noticing, is to put temporary screws in, get it absolutely perfect, and then nail it in. And time to use the gun. This is my least favorite so far about framing with concrete. It really hurts. Whew, the nails are in. I'm very sore. Okay, I really only have an hour left. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I can do to get done today or to prep for when I'm here in 2 days. I have this like little mini wall that I can do in the bathroom between our shower and our washer and dryer. So as I'm drawing out my top and bottom plates for this little side shower wall, I could just mark my studs here at 1.5, 16, 32, and then at 39. But what I want to do, since I have to use 4 studs, is I'm going to find where I can have a 16-inch gap right in the middle of the wall so that my shampoo, conditioner, all the body stuff can be centered on this wall. So I know I've done this whole wall section already, but I'd like your opinion on what to do here. So this is our bathroom. It's gonna be like a pretty big vanity here, and the toilet and the shower, and then the washer dryer combo here, and then like shelving up here. So now when I take a look at this, it's like, yeah, it's nice. You know, there's a lot of doors, and like the bathroom door goes right to here, and this is where our dining table is going to be. So another option could be to fill this in here, fill the framing in here, fill the framing in here, and then have the doorways for these rooms enter here and enter here, and then have the bathroom start here. It would be a much smaller bathroom. The vanity would be pretty small, but then there wouldn't be 3 doors on this side. There'd just be the one. Good morning. So I have decided something. As I was leaving the other day, I was looking at my living room and realizing how much I didn't like the layout of this wall. Having 3 doors here and this is really busy and kind of makes it look like an apartment building. I was just noticing like how giant of a bathroom this would be if I left it like this, and that's okay. Like a beautiful giant bathroom is great. I'd rather a better functioning kitchen and a better functioning living room, and the way I had it set up, it just was not working. Like every time I looked at it, I was like, it's okay. But I'm really thankful I found a solution, because I think it's gonna work so much better now. So now instead of doing fridge, cabinetry, oven, and an island, it's actually going to be an L-shaped kitchen that comes down to here, and our dining table is going to go in the middle. So we're not going to do the island anymore. And then the fridge is going to be like over here, and then the oven's going to be over here. And then we're going to have open shelving up here, and then just lower cabinetry. And then over here will be the living room. So now instead of it being like kitchen, dining table, and then living room, it's just gonna be like kitchen and dining room as a 1 room kind of section. And then this side will be entirely living room. Getting rid of the 2 doors here just breaks it up so much more nicely and allows so much more space out here. I'm very happy with the change. It does require more work. I'm gonna have to sozzle out these door frames. It shouldn't take me too long. It is a pain in the butt, but because I'm doing this on my own, I don't have to go through change orders. I can literally just make the changes.
Now, on my last video, I had a lot of comments because I made a small change to a load-bearing wall. This is also a load-bearing wall, but all I'm doing is taking out door frames and I'm framing in the studs 16 inches on center, which is perfectly fine for the roof rafters that are going to be sitting on top of this wall. And next up, I'm taking out the studs on the 2x4 non-load-bearing wall and adding in our new entryway to the bedrooms. I realized after I did not need to build my 2x4 header like this. This is for a load-bearing wall, but my wall is a non-load-bearing wall. I could have just put a 2x4 in on its side.
I love it. It looks so much better to me. I'm so happy. So that's our bookcase TV built in, and this is the door that goes to the bathrooms and the bedrooms. Time to frame the bathroom wall. It's nice having all of these walls up on the one half of the house. Super exciting. The other side of the house, I only have 2 big walls and 2 small walls to frame.
And there are so many other little details that I have to get done before the trusses come in 2 weeks. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's a huge help to me and my family. And thank you so much for watching this week's video. I can't wait to show you what we get up to next week. See you then.